Was FIFA 2022 rigged by oil and money? This is one of the most asked questions nowadays. The world of football is full of jealousy and controversies. Similarly, concerns and debates over Qatar's eligibility as host nation and the fairness of the FIFA World Cup bidding process arose after the announcement of the first game of the World Cup when it came out. Here are some of the questions worth asking. So, what is wrong with the FIFA 2022? Who are the prominent people that have been held accountable? What is the response of the world? Well, let's get started with this video to find answers to these major questions surrounding the FIFA controversy. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're interested in unlocking new mysteries every week. Even if you're not a die-hard soccer fan, you must have heard about the numerous scandals surrounding this year's edition of the most prominent sports event in the world. Russia and Qatar have been suspected of purchasing votes to secure the hosting rights for the 2018 and 2022 World Cups. The Department of Justice presented the situation in black and white on Monday for the first time, since FIFA, the organization that organizes international soccer, decided to give Qatar the right to host the 2022 World Cup in 2010. The competition has been tangled in a complex web of controversies. The allegations were the most recent in a long-running corruption investigation that has already resulted in the imprisonment of a number of soccer businessmen and officials. Not just that, testimony from former FIFA executives was also received. However, never before have investigators provided such a detailed account of the plan that assisted in securing the votes that granted Russia and Qatar the right to host one of the largest sports events in history. According to a Guardian investigation, since a country was given the tournament in 2010, at least 6,500 migrant workers have died in Qatar. Indeed, it comes off as quite a shock. FIFA's controversial decision to move the competition to the Northern Hemisphere's winter in order to avoid Qatar's scorching hot summer heat has increased tensions around the competition globally. Critics have seized on this decision as evidence that FIFA is going above and beyond to accommodate an already problematic host. Mohammed bin Hammam, a former high-ranking member of FIFA's Executive Secret Society, is held guilty once again for representing the interest of Qatar prior to the 2010 vote that chose to award the 2022 World Cup to the tiny desert nation rather than the United States of America. He was disowned from power after daring to challenge Sepp Blatter for the position of FIFA president. But guess what? Sepp Blatter, the former president of FIFA, and more than half of those who participated in the voting for the 2018 and 2022 World Cups have all faced accusations of misconduct, although not necessarily criminal charges. The accusations made by Alejandro Busaco, a former Argentine television executive who testified as a state witness after being identified as a key player in the soccer corruption case, are similar to those made against South Americans. He reported that Leas, Grondona, and Teixeira had received payments to cast their votes for Qatar during the 2017 New York trial of 3 other officials. Another accusation that has been made is that hosting the World Cup is a difficult administrative task, even for resource-rich nations like Qatar. It demands billions of dollars in expenditures for new stadiums, transportation infrastructure, and hotels to accommodate the hundreds of thousands of supporters that attend the competition. But Qatar, which has invested about $220 billion in new infrastructure in advance of the competition, has managed to keep labor costs down by utilizing a vast and despicably exploitative network of low-wage migrant workers. International human rights organizations have consistently condemned Qatar for its policies denying the rights of women and the LGBTQ community. Qataris who identify as LGBTQ continue to experience frequent police intimidation and harassment. The World Cup's administrators have stated that LGBTQ audiences are welcome and safe at the event, but some activists in Qatar have persisted in saying that they are concerned for the safety of the LGBTQ guests. This stance has enraged the human rights activists who have called out Qatar for denying basic rights. From October the 15th to November the 14th, 2022, a sample of 22,000 tweets with the hashtag boycott Qatar 2022 was examined. About 18,412,437 potential impressions reached more than 43 million people. 92% of individuals who tweeted about the boycott showed their support for the human rights movement and the notion of boycotting. Other facets of the tournament, both on and off the field, have been impacted by online activism and demands for a boycott of the event. Major French towns, including Paris, Bordeaux, and Strasbourg, have chosen not to show the World Cup games in public on large screens in fan zones. To show support for the LGBTQ+ community, the US soccer team will display the rainbow-themed team symbol inside their training facilities and media room throughout the World Cup. To mourn the victims of migrant workers, Denmark joined the protest by offering a black alternative for its squad shirts during the World Cup. The response of the world has made it evident that the decision regarding FIFA has made many countries outraged. In tiny ways, players and fans have demonstrated a fresh desire to speak out about the controversy surrounding the event. It is probably because it is a heated topic nowadays, but ultimately, the World Cup's extraordinary popularity will continue to be the biggest barrier to altering FIFA. Critics contend that FIFA is well aware of the fact that, regardless of what it does or how unfairly it treats people, those same individuals will soon forget about it due to their love of football. Numerous people admire players like Messi and Ronaldo, and they won't stop supporting them because of some other scandal. More details will be out soon with the passage of time and increased investigations. If you are interested in keeping yourself up to date with all the controversies and mysteries, then you really need to subscribe and explore our channel because we're unlocking new mysteries every week.